All right, everybody. Lloyd Hansen here from the StadiaCast podcast with some amazing news. Today there was a Cyberpunk 2077 presentation, one of their videos that they do. They do a stream. They talk about an aspect of the game, depending on what they're focusing on. Today they were focusing on sound, so they were showing how they were miking up vehicles and motorcycles, and Keanu is revving up a really sweet custom motorcycle. And I watched all the way to the end, and then right at the end, they dropped a megaton bomb, and you can see it on screen right now. And that is Cyberpunk 2077 will launch on Stadia at the same time as all the other versions. It is currently available for pre-order. You can pick it up, pre-buy it now, and it will be available to play on November 19th, which is a pretty interesting day. If you remember, the day that Stadia came out was also November 19th. So this is going to be kind of like an anniversary party for Stadia from CD Projekt Red. So that is pretty awesome. Anyway, my name is Lloyd Hansen from the StadiaCast podcast. We're going to tell you about all this news. I can't wait to talk about more Cyberpunk stuff as the game gets closer. You can follow us on Twitter at StadiaCast. You can follow me directly at DazMe. But let's jump right into it. So, as I said, Cyberpunk 2077 is available to pre-order right now. In fact, if you open up, for some reason that page isn't loading. I got to reload it. Stadia even did something pretty interesting, which is setting up a specific game page for Cyberpunk 2077. So if you go to stadia.google.com/game/Cyberpunk 2077, you can see that Cyberpunk 2077 is coming to Stadia. You can click this little button to pre-order, which is pretty awesome. And they talk about all the great things to do with Stadia. You can see right at the top of the page, right here, it says no subscription needed. Bill and I on the StadiaCast have been talking about how this latest marketing push from Google has been hitting it out of the park. They're not talking about 4K and 60 FPS and all that other junk that most people don't care about. The hardcore care about it. We care about it. But general users probably don't care too much about whether I need Stadia Pro to get 4K. They just want to know how can I get this game? Can I buy it now? Yep, $59.99. Where can I get it? Pre-order it on Stadia. Do I have to pay anything? Nope, no subscription needed. Oh, really? I didn't have to buy a console? Now I don't need a subscription? This is awesome. So their marketing has just been pretty darn fantastic. You can see all the way to the bottom. I'm just going to keep scrolling. Play instantly on November 19th. So they're ticking all the boxes and making sure that everybody knows how Stadia is going to work. So if you go to the Stadia store right now, you can check it out. Cyberpunk is available for pre-order, $80 Canadian, $60 US, and whatever it is in your part of the world. You can see that this game is playable in 35 days. So you can pre-order it now, and the way that Stadia pre-orders work is you click the little button. It asks you where you're going to be funding it from. But I don't believe you're charged up until the point that the game is available. So this is a good way to get your pre-order in. But the one big thing that people are asking is why? Why would I pre-order on Stadia? Why would I pre-order on any digital service when I could just pick it up on launch day? But like what Cyberpunk is doing on other platforms, there are going to be some digital content. So over here on Reddit, friend of Floor, or Flory, posted that this little image came up. Score bonus digital content when you pre-order Cyberpunk 2077, one of the most anticipated games of the year. And if you click pre-order, you're going to get a bunch of swag. And according to the email that this user just got, Yelexot007, original score, art booklet. Oh, I keep closing that. Digital comic, Cyberpunk 2020 scorebook. No idea what that is, but there you go. And some wallpapers. So there's going to be some content. I wouldn't be surprised if there's also some in-game content, some swag of some sort. That seems to be something that is pretty common. So for people that have maybe not been following this whole Cyberpunk 2077 saga, the game was announced. Then it was announced it was coming to Stadia. And it's been delayed twice. So the first was a pretty big delay. The second one was a small little delay. I think it was like 2 weeks or something, some small little delay. But right around the announcement of the first delay, CD Projekt Red came out and said that Cyberpunk 2077 on Google Stadia will be coming out, but it's going to be coming out later. But it will be out this year. So they confirmed that it's going to be a 2020 release. So all of us Stadians, people that are into Stadia, that have Stadia as one of our, or the primary platform that they use in the house, we were a little bummed. We were kind of wondering. And it was even worse when we found out that on the Stadia anniversary, November 19th, that was going to be the day that Cyberpunk was coming out for everyone but us. And it was kind of like that's not fair. Obviously, we don't demand anything. We don't deserve anything. We're not entitled to anything. But it was kind of odd where it was a really big date for Stadia and the game was going to be delayed. So there was a little bit of sadness. Bill and I have been talking about how disappointed that we are, whether we're going to play it on another console like Xbox or PlayStation or PC, or if we're going to wait. We were both kind of on the fence as to what we were going to do. Thankfully, we don't have to make that choice anymore. It'll be playable day one on Stadia. And this is huge for a number of different reasons. Probably the biggest one being, as you saw, if you've been following any of the news with Baldur's Gate, when Baldur's Gate 3 launched, it was large on PCs, like over 100 gigs on some platforms, on Steam or whatever. And people were very disappointed that they bought the game and then they had to wait for this huge download to happen on launch day. Meanwhile, they're on Twitch or YouTube and they're watching people play because they're playing on Stadia, because there's no downloads, there's no patches, there's no nothing. You click play and you're playing the game. Even better, you click buy, if this was a buy button, and you're playing the game within 30 seconds. It is pretty ridiculous how fast that is. So for a huge game like Cyberpunk 2077, we don't have to worry about that anymore. We don't have to worry about downloads. We don't have to worry about patches. We don't have to worry about anything. And we will be able to play the game on launch day, on launch second. In fact, you'll be able to hit the little play button and start the game up right away. Next week, Google has some stuff planned. They're calling it good stuff with a neon sign. If you notice things about Cyberpunk, it's a very neon game. Google's promised a bunch of different demos and announcements and things like that. So I'm not saying that we're going to be getting a Cyberpunk demo. That'd be cool if we did. But what I'm saying is that hopefully this isn't the last announcement about stuff from Cyberpunk that will be coming on Stadia. They might talk about some exclusive in-game swag items that you get if you're playing on Stadia. They might talk about how the game is going to run. They might talk about how the game looks. Is it going to have ray tracing? Is it going to have all sorts of fancy graphical stuff? Or is it just going to be the base game that is available on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One? All this stuff, we don't know. What we do know is that on November 19th, it will all become clear. So what do you guys think? Everybody that's watching this video, what do you think of this announcement? Obviously, the announcement is awesome. While you're thinking, why don't you hit the little subscribe button below me, click the little bell to stay notified of future posts, and leave us a comment below. Are you excited about picking up Cyberpunk 2077 on Stadia? Are you going to play it on a different platform? Did you already pre-order it? Now you have to think about, oh, do I cancel my pre-order? Do I wait? I'm not sure what to do. Let us know. Let us know below. Personally, myself, I was going to wait to pick it up on Stadia. Now I don't have to wait. Now I can pick it up on day one and I can jump into the futuristic world of neon guns and body modifications that is Cyberpunk 2077. So let us know below what you're most looking forward to in Cyberpunk and which platform you're going to play it on. And hopefully we can get some great conversations going right below in the comment section. So I think that's it. Pretty huge announcement. Some great stuff is coming next week during the Good Stuff event. I'm not sure if Cyberpunk's going to be part of it, but I mean, this is huge for Google. Like, they put up a whole website and they are talking about this partnership with CD Projekt Red to get the game on Stadia. Are we going to find out any news about how this happened? Did Google loan them developers? Did they work on stuff on their side? Like, there has to be a story here, and I'm hopeful that that story will come out at some point. So anyway, that's going to do it for me, Lloyd Hannison from the StadiaCast podcast. We record it every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Yes, 9 a.m. Central. I had to think about that for a second. Over at youtube.com/StadiaCast. You can click subscribe and hit the little bell. You get notifications when we go live. Because yeah, we love talking about Stadia. We love the cloud. We love gaming, and we talk about all that stuff here on our channel, youtube.com/StadiaCast. Again, my name is Lloyd Hannison from the StadiaCast podcast. Thanks for joining me, and yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Hopefully in a future world in 2077, in about a month's time. Take it easy, everybody.